Apple has made an oopsie. Microsoft has announced a new console with amazing graphics. Apple's made another oopsie, another one. Why are the prices so high? Hi, I'm Steve Jobs, and we were seeing why my company is failing, and why my prices are so high because I have no idea why. We're about to find out in this week's episode of Tech News. Hi, I'm Steve Jobs, and we are finding out why what's been announced has been so expensive for my company that this year's Apple conference, no applause, no claps, no nothing. They just announced the brand new $12,000 Mac Pro. It looks like a desktop, fully customizable. You put a bunch of GPUs in. It's got about 12 slots of DDR4 RAM in the back of it. Looks like a cheese grater, and the reason why is for airflow. But that's not it. They've released a monitor, an 8K display Retina screen, and that's about a $14,000 thing. That's not high enough, $15,000, but that doesn't end there. The bloody stand. The stand cost about, get this, $999 or $1,000, and it's so expensive. You can buy maybe 500 games with it, you know? You can buy so much for that price, and that's maybe an actual computer. Or brand new TV, who would spend that much money on a monitor? You know, they've got enough money as it is, and it's not going to cost that much to actually make a sale. Maybe desperate people who might actually buy it, we never know. All I have to say is, I'm not going to buy something that's that expensive. I might as well just think I can buy a whole giant curved 2.35 by 1 monitor, and that's for the same price for the stand. That's 4K, giant screen that's curves around, and that'll be a lot better value for the price. So, why? I don't know what's going on in Tim Cook's mind with making it, but that's just not. They do have optional stands that you can mount on the wall for about $100-$200, or you can go on eBay or on Amazon and just buy a generic stand. There's no need for having something like this. Apple, why are you doing this? Okay, next news. Microsoft had just announced at E3 this year that yesterday the Xbox Project Scarlet is finally announced its release date, or the year mostly. It's coming out next year, and I'm assuming it's going to be around Christmas time. But the specs are amazing. It's actually getting closer to PC gaming, and that's just a brilliant thing for low cost, but not when it first comes out, obviously. Apparently it's meant to outstand in performance of the Xbox One X. It holds a terabyte SSD, a good CPU, which I have no idea what they're using, and it supports 8K. And since that's a new format, Samsung has already released TVs that are 8K last year. We have looked at it, and it's a cool thing. Apparently the Olympics are going to be recorded live in 8K for those TVs, so you can see the crispness of the individual pixels. Hopefully you can see the sweat on the blue, the crystal clear that water is. We'll see it all. And it does have a disk drive, so good news for the people like myself, 1 in a million, who still buy physical copies that walk into a GameStop instead of buying it off the Xbox Live store. And on top of that, Microsoft has just announced Xbox Live and Game Pass for $14.99 a month. You can start on the beta right now for PC. So you're still spending maybe $40 a month for having it on your computer and your Xbox, or multiple, but on the same account from your PC and your Xbox for $14.99. They only got a few games titles for selection at right now, and I guess that's going to take off very well, since for the Xbox Project Scarlet, Halo Infinite is one of the biggest titles getting released for it, and that is just, I can't wait. They released yesterday at E3, Microsoft released a cinematic trailer for it. That UNSC soldier stuck in space, it's cold, his power was off. Then he finds Master Chief floating out in mid-space until they see the Halo ring absolutely destroyed. And you hear Cortana at the end of it. I think it gave me chills. And that looks like a really good, compelling campaign. And I can't wait for that. Right, on the next news. More about E3. Even though it's been on for a day or so, they announced a trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I think I might just play it. So far, all we know about is a PS4 exclusive. Guessing it's going to come out on Xbox and PC, and maybe the Switch later on. Maybe like 5 months time later, or a year. We don't know. But it's all we know so far. Looks like they're running on a new engine right now for it, and that's quite good. Looks absolutely stunning. And they just also announced Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, which has all 9 films, all the original games. So us fans who played the original games were always hoping for a complete Saga remaster, but actually a trilogy as well. And that is just looks amazing, and it looks like they redid it, and that is out remaster, but that's not out until next year as well. And another news. Moving on. Yesterday, another trailer for Cyberpunk 2077 got released with more footage, more gameplay, and looks absolutely stunning. It's a shame that it's not getting released for another year, but I think it's going to be one of the best games out there for the next few years. And the biggest thing is where they reveal Keanu Reeves at the end. He walks on stage, everyone loses their mind, and that's the craziest thing ever. So that's for this week's tech news. At the end of the week, I'll probably be making an E3 roundup. So if I do, stick around for then. But next time, Steve Jobs out for next week's episode of Tech News.